It's 11 o'clock. I'm Rob Chaffee. It's time for another episode of Comedians Writing Jokes at Starbucks. As always, sitting behind me, actually, legendary comedian.
We don't have a studio.
Bob Nelson, that's right, Bob. We don't have a studio. We're the bleeding edge of broadcasting here at Starbucks. Not too many people are doing this. Guerrilla. I like to think of it as guerrilla broadcasting. And, yeah, Bob. I don't think they can see it. Bob Nelson, again, my back here. Here we are. And I've got a lot of topics today. Very excited. Very, very excited. Our guest today is Judge Jeanine Pirro from Judge Jeanine Pirro's Justice on Fox News. She happens to live upstate New York in Westchester. She's on her way down. She texted me a few minutes ago, and she will be here shortly. And when she gets here, we're going to ask her a lot of questions about being a judge. She was a district attorney, I think. She did a lot of good work here in New York, and now she is a commentator. She's got her own TV show on Fox. Wouldn't we like our own TV show on Fox? I think we would. We'd have a good show.
We should put the link on their page.
Of what?
On their comment page at Fox. Put our link.
Put our link. Well, maybe some of our followers might do that. We're not saying you should do that. We're just.
We want to be like Howard.
We're not like Howard. Although he did, Howard's pretty successful at this. I had a good weekend. I know you're all sitting there waiting for me to tell you a little bit about my life because your lives are so empty. No. Podcasts. I hate them. And that's basically it, right? Guy sits there and tells you what he thinks, what he did, how interesting am I. Look at me. I'm not interesting. I did spend some time with the family. My niece is Nicole. Her husband is he's in the Marine Corps. He's been over there, and now he's coming back. He's going to be at They're going to be at Fort Hood.
Really?
Yeah, where the maniac with the
Texas, right?
Yeah, Texas. They're on their way. She's driving there. She's got the dogs, and he's right now in Kosovo. I didn't even know we had people in Kosovo, but I guess we do. From the UN or whatever.
That's from Clinton.
From Clinton times, a mess in Kosovo.
Yeah.
But he was in Afghanistan. Nice kid. I don't really know him that well because he's been in the Marine Corps for 6 years or something. That's like his second or third tour, and the most lovely kid, but all tattooed up. Real looks like he's out there. The enemy is frightened of this guy. He doesn't even have to shoot at him. It's big, huge guy. And my niece Nicole. Last night we got together at my brother's house and we had Chinese food because she's not going to get good Chinese food, ever again until she comes back to New York. You're not, right?
No.
Difficult things. These are the little things that you miss.
It's one of the reasons why I left Missouri and I went to Tennessee, and there was none there either. So now we're back on the island
For Chinese food.
Yes.
You can't get good dim sum. All right, what happens when you're in Tennessee and you ask for some dim sum, Bob?
They don't even know what that is.
They don't. What do they say? They say dim what?
Yeah.
But they don't do it like that. Dim what? Dim what?
Dim what?
Dim what? But we have some terrific Chinese food. Good time. All the third generation. I'm old enough. My brothers are grandparents, and they have the little ones. The little ones are running around, and the one is 1.5 years old and running around, talking. I mean, hey, she knew my name, like, hey, Bob. I at 1.5 years old. Very precocious. She actually took my iPhone and configured it for the iCloud. 1.5 years old.
The iCloud. What is that thing?
That's-
Trish was asking me what that was.
That's where they steal your naked pictures, Bob,
I don't know.
from the iCloud. Well, not yours.
Oh.
Generally,
Oh, I
like the starlets that all you didn't hear that controversy?
Yeah, that was iCloud.
That was the iCloud.
So you just have to figure out their.
It's
password?
pretty easy. It's pretty easy. I mean, let's think about what passwords would celebrities have, Bob? What
I
password?
am wonderful.
Wonderful. Well, I would think whatever their claim to fame. I bet you Robert De Niro's is Raging Bull,
Yeah.
right? Raging Bull would be Robert De Niro's. And let's see.
Oh, wait, did we just stop?
No, we're still going. We're still going. Just anyone who's watching right now, just so you know, we're broadcasting here with technology that's not completely proven and not the best, really. So you'll see the show will go in and out at times. Hopefully you're hearing the sound more consistently. Either way, just hang in with us, folks. We're gonna get some sponsors. We're working on getting sponsors to pay for better facilities. Ultimately we like a mobile truck parked outside. Like a news thing with a satellite on top of it.
Yeah.
That would be what we would. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because probably we're going to relocate to my basement eventually. But you never know. You never
Gotta do a
know.
remote from my shed one day. It's
Bob's
empty.
got a shed.
empty.
It's got an empty shed. And it's not even a shed. It's like a little house. I'm telling you, in Manhattan, you know how much that would go for? It's what is it, 20 by 20?
Not even.
Not even. But it's got electric and windows. So there. That's like $400,000 in New York.
Uh-huh.
Really simple. And it's pretty much in Tennessee. That's pretty much every house. I think, right? They look like that. No, beautiful house. Some rich people in Tennessee, man.
Oh, yeah.
Rich. That's where the money is. That's where Dollywood is, right? Dollywood's in
Dolly
Tennessee.
is there, too.
And Dolly lives there, and she's got a lot of money, man. Stuffs it in there. She's got lots. We're running out of gas. We're 10 minutes into the show. 8 minutes into the show. We're running out of gas already.
We can end early.
Jeanine Pirro
Oh, Jeanine Pirro.
is our guest. She's on her way. Judge Jeanine, we'll have her right here. She'll be sitting right here. Also, my cousin might be coming, although I haven't heard from him. So
Does the Marine?
no, this other guy, other cousin. You know what it is, Bob? You may have experienced it. You get a little bit of success, and people you haven't heard from in years come out of the woodwork. Everybody comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
So here, out of this guy, my cousin, who I haven't seen or talked to, wants to be on my show.
Okay.
I'm on a week.
And he wants to be on it.
He wants to be. Did you know I got a book deal?
No?
I got a book deal. Guy called me up, saw the show, wants me to actually take my one-man show. By the way, I hate podcasts. I hate them. Nothing worse than podcasts are improv shows. But in between those two, you know what I hate? One-man shows. I hate them.
Yeah.
But I got one, and he wants me to do. He wants to take my one-man show.
It doesn't matter if you hate it because the public likes them.
They love them.
So if you
They
hate it,
love
you still have
them.
to go with what they got,
They love them. You got to give the people what they want. You do.
even if you hate it.
Even if you hate it. Look at our friend Bill Maher, huh? Look at him. He actually said something really intelligent about Muslims. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I don't watch it.
He's arguing. Well, I didn't watch him either. It was on the YouTube.
Yeah. Well, he says bad words, so I don't.
Oh well, the bad words. Yeah, you know, I can deal with the bad words. It's the fact that he just everything out of his mouth is liberal mishmash.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's parroting. He sounds so intelligent sometimes too. But he said that that Islam and that religion is oppressive towards the people that participate in it, especially women, and that they are. It's that religion says, and this. You tell me if you've heard this. If you leave Islam, if you decide I don't want to be Islam anymore, they'll kill you. They'll kill you.
That's what I heard.
And Mar said this is like the only religion that runs like the mafia,
That's right.
which I liked.
Yeah,
I like that.
That is funny.
But then again, a stopped clock is right twice a day. So
Well, you know, when he curses, the reason why I can't watch him when he curses,
why?
Because I get a taste of soap in my mouth every time I hear a curse word.
You do.
From when I was a kid.
My
Mom would put soap in my mouth, so now whenever I hear a curse word,
Really?
it's so good.
Really? You know, I tell you, I the opposite. My parents were very, they weren't liberal at all. I could not. I wouldn't get soap. I would get the back of the hand. But they were every other word. They were just very colorful in their language growing up. So it was nothing, and all the people around me, and you'll learn all about this in my new book, based on my one-man show. My one-man show, Bob, is called Houses of the Homely.
Houses of the Homely?
Houses of the Homely. It's the ugly truth of living in a dysfunctional home in a very comic and light way. So I talk about all the things that happened to me as growing up as a kid that on the face of it sounds sad and tragic, but I make it humorous. And people will not feel sorry for me, at the same time be delighted. And you'll be able to read this in book form. Look for it on Amazon. This guy promised me that he would get it published on Amazon, and he's only going to take 50% of the cut on the book. There's no advance. As a matter of fact, I have to advance him some money. But I do. Because
I haven't even looked at it. What did to do it?
It's not really a them; it's a him.
Oh.
And I met him here at Starbucks. I guess he's a big. He looks for talent sitting here. And he did see the show. He saw us doing the show, and then he went online, found the show. By the way, new URL. comedianswritingjokes.com. It used to be robchaffee.com/podcast. But you know what? It's not all about me anymore.
We have guests.
We have this guy right here, and then we have guests who, by the way, I should check my phone. I heard it message before. Oh, okay. All right. So now my cousin's not coming.
Really?
It's not Jeanine Pirro. It's my cousin.
Oh.
And I'll...
I hope Jeanine doesn't hit a lot of traffic because, it's the fall foliage now.
Well, she's got one of those fancy sports cars.
Oh.
So she drives real fast. This I know. So I'm sure she's going to get here. Even if she hits traffic, she'll zoom around it. Yeah. All right, here we go. You want to read what my cousin said? Don't say anything about it on the air.
It's personal.
It's personal. Don't say anything about it on the air. Anyway, Jeanine Pirro, Judge Jeanine Pirro. We'll get some legal advice from her. And you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, it's always something. So I am happy that my niece is gonna. Oh, I was talking about the kid. Oh, I did that whole piece already. Hey, Bob, you know how comics have personas? Have you ever heard this?
Persona?
Comic has persona, like when we sit back and reflect on comedy, stand-up comedians. We'll often think about what makes a good stand-up comedian. Sometimes persona makes really a comedian. Say, for instance, Louis Black. You know Louis Black is, right? His persona is that angry guy that does this, right?
And you get that's what you get.
You get poked by Louis Black. He's on the phone. We'll forget. We don't actually need him to participate. I actually do need you to participate. Another persona would be Rita Rudner. Rita Rudner, you know Rita Rudner, right? Rita Rudner. She's got that kind of, I've got a stick up me thing. Rita Rudner. So I was thinking,
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld's got that observational. I brush my teeth 5 times a day kind of thing. And so I was thinking the other day. Somebody pointed out, what's my persona? What is the Rob Chaffee persona? And our guest on Friday, Dan McCarthy. After the show, we went out and ate. We went to the diner, and he said, Rob, I know what your persona is. And you guys out there, I'm sure, by now have figured it out, watching this show. Do you know what my persona is, Bob?
What's that?
Adorable. I'm adorable.
Who told you that?
Dan McCarthy. But he's right. He's right. I'm that adorable guy that tells jokes.
That's how you got Jeanine on.
Jeanine Pirro. Well, actually, I have a history with Jeanine. I was going to wait till she got here. But I once, many years ago, and I'm not proud to say this, I once stood in front of her bench, before her in court. She was the judge, and the charge was just thinking that she was the most beautiful judge I've ever seen, and I was guilty. She's the most beautiful, Have you seen a picture of her lately?
Yeah.
Wow. I went on her Wikipedia. Bob Nelson, by the way, has a Wikipedia. You should read it. It's every day there's more stuff on it. He wants to have the longest Wikipedia entry ever. And he could. He's done many, many things. He could do that.
Yeah, and it's not all show business.
It's not all show business. No. He's done some very, very good things. He's done some good things. You don't know it, but Bob is also he's a comedian. He's also he also works with Doctors Without Borders. He pretends he's a physician. He's the
Dr. Bob.
He's Dr. Bob.
I'm trying to get on Oprah.
Is Oprah still on?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think she's got a show.
Is she done?
Oh, my phone's ringing. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
Hello?
Is it your cousin?
No. Hi. Huh? What? Well, did you tell him who you were? What?
He can't get in.
No. All right. Well, I don't know. Bat your eyes at him. I don't know. All right. We'll do it another time then. Okay. Goodbye. That was Jeanine.
Really?
She got pulled over. She's pulled over on the parkway, and the cop is not letting her go, even though she's Judge Jeanine Pirro.
On the Hutchinson?
Yeah.
It's not good.
What terrible luck. I mean, this is the 4th guest in a row that has had some problem getting here. And my cousin's not coming. He sent me that message just now. So you're stuck with me and Bob. Really, basically me. Bob's in the background.
It's disappointing because I come here for networking to meet these people.
This is how I hooked you.
That was the plan.
This is
You were gonna help me.
This is the subterfuge I used to get Bob Nelson, comedy
All
legend.
these people and they haven't gotten here. I met one guy who was here yesterday who can't help me.
I don't think he can do much for you. Although I believe he was very impressed with you, Bob, and he will be tattooing your face on his other arm, because this guy had a tattoo of
Really?
Jay Leno. It'll be
Epi
you
on the other one.
and Epi and Leno. I would get an Epi tattoo.
You know what Rodney used to say? He'd go,
You know what my problem is? I attract all the people who could do absolutely nothing for me.
that's what he would say all the time.
Yeah. The shame is I can't even attract those people. We're up to 6 viewers. 6 viewers today. Oh, big news about Jiffy Jeff Jaworski. Is that how you say his last name?
Jiffy Jeff Jaworski.
Jiffy Jeff Jaworski. Bob, speaking of people who know people, Bob knows Jiffy. And I was negotiating all week, and I'm going to announce, we're going to have a big announcement about Jiffy joining the show. Jiffy will be joining the show. There are some conditions about it, and I'll lay those out in a post on my blog. But long story short, we're not getting enough people. We're not getting enough people. He wants to see at least 25 live simultaneous viewers on this broadcast before he'll be on. And we're going to start a campaign to do that. We've made it a lot easier for you to share this with your friends. You tell them to go to comedianswritingjokes.com. Brings them right to the page. You click on the live stream. You're watching. That's simple. Sure, people have jobs. Sure, you're sitting there at work. But you can multitask. Your friends can Tell your boss, once he sees the show, and tell him that comedy legend Bob, and if he doesn't know Bob, go to the Wikipedia, and you will be impressed with the Wikipedia.
I'm adding more things.
It takes a while to read the Wikipedia, because there's a lot there. But watch it, read it, love them. Love it, love us, anything at all. And by the way, we have a new sponsor today. Our sponsor today is Smart Water. Smart Water. And their slogan is, "We're so smart, we figured out how to make you pay for something you get for free." Delicious. Delicious. Smart Water. Get some today. It's excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. So, Bob, what's since we...
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. You hear it? Yeah, buddy. I can't believe she got pulled over.
I know.
Because she rides, you know what? I told her.
She drives fast.
Don't get a red one. She got a red Ferrari. Don't get the red Ferrari. Get the black one or the gray one. Because the cops are looking for a Ferrari. Yeah, I know, but you can't. If you're gonna get a Ferrari,
Yeah.
you don't look, Bob. I bet you don't look like a Ferrari guy to me. But I can see you in a Ferrari.
I'm too big. My legs won't fit. That's a really small cockpit.
Are they? I've never been in a Ferrari. I've been in a Bentley. I've been in, what else have I been in? A Corvette. They're very nice. I've never been in a Ferrari.
I saw one once.
You saw a Ferrari?
Yeah.
Well, you've been
Saw
in
a couple.
Haven't you been in you've been in Hollywood movies, right?
That's why I saw
Is that where it was? In a Hollywood
in
movie?
Jay Leno's parking lot.
Oh, Jay Leno. Oh, you mean on the studio?
Yeah.
Wow. He
A
drove
bunch of them.
He drives more than what him and his assistants drive Ferraris?
Everybody on the lot does.
Really?
They all have Ferraris and.
Well, how do I get that job? I'm going to apply today. I want that job. I want to work at a movie studio and drive a Ferrari. No, I don't.
You know what's exciting?
That's a
Google
lie.
Truck.
It's
I
a
just
lie.
saw the Google truck drive by.
The Google. Oh, you mean the maps thing?
Yeah, and I think that we're going to be. If you look in the window, Starbucks will be there.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not sure.
I was in Queens a couple of months ago, and I honestly, this is a joke. You know, there's a rival to Google called Bing. If you ever put a Microsoft on your computer, instead of Google, it gives you Bing.
Yeah.
It's like a lousy Google. But they have a Bing truck, too. And the Bing truck went by me, and I happened to be eating a sandwich. I was on Levert's Boulevard. I was eating a sandwich. I was like this. And if you look up this address, you will see me eating. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
In Lefferts Boulevard in Queens?
In Queens. I forget. It's like 463 or
I
something.
never saw that big thing. Let's check that out.
It's nobody. It's Bill Gates' ripoff of Google. And speaking of ripoffs, I don't know, Bob, have you... I don't know. That's not a way to say it. I got this great sketch, too, but we can't do it till after you move.
Okay.
It's a great sketch. It's a great sketch, but it'll put us in danger and jeopardy, so it's that good. It's that good. Hey,
we
wait.
want to get in trouble to get some heat.
We need to create some controversy.
But
this will end us. We'll be hanging from a hook in an ice in a refrigerator truck. You know what I'm talking about? Not good. This is a bad thing. We're not gonna. We'll end up wearing concrete shoes.
You know, I heard that Jerry Seinfeld has a podcast. It's called
Comedians something. Driving. Comedians driving jokes.
Driving the cars
and at coffee. Now, I think it's called Comedians Driving in Cars Getting Coffee. It's a very good show, actually. It's It's
I think they stole the name from us.
You think?
I don't know.
I don't know. I got.
To call them.
Why do you call him? Well, and by the way, I am only 5 phone calls away from Adam Sandler. If anybody really, that is true. It's true though. I don't have much to go with, pal. I got to have some claim to fame. 5. I got to call my sister-in-law, then her sister, then her ex-boyfriend, then the director of Waterboy, and then I'm on the phone with Adam Sandler. Please discover us, 6 people. Minus 2. That's 4. Who's out there? Oh, is it Trish? No. Wait,
Anthony's up there.
Is
He's
he?
not even on.
Is he Anthony? Yeah.
I'm
Oh, 7 new messages. Wow. All right, you keep going, Bob. Yeah, Anthony's. Hey, Bob, Anthony. Our biggest fan, Anthony. And I'm going to work here. He's a great artist. This guy is a great artist. He made a sign for us, a little sign for us, which I'm going to find a place for. Don't worry. Maybe I'll make it. People are disturbed about the Ustream profile photo that I have up.
I just had one guy.
One guy, but the one's
message
is
me.
enough. One's enough. I could be in a room full of people who love me. It's that one guy. It's all I focus on. He says I'm looking a little Lewis Black, a little angry. But that's not me. Why? What's my persona, Bob? Adorable. Adorable. I'm sure Trish would back me up on that.
Music for that.
What? Adorable?
We need some music to play at that moment, right at that moment.
We should do that, and we should surround me with puppies playing in a field. Hey, it's adorable. That's adorable. So we're gonna get to this big news on Long Island. Big news on Long Island this week. Every year there's a newspaper called the Long Island Press. You're thinking there's only a newspaper on Long Island. I thought that was Newsday. No. There was another paper. It still exists, Long Island Press. It used to be people would have on their mailboxes years ago. They'd have their regular mailbox, and they'd have a little plastic thing attached to it. Mailbox. It was for the Long Island Press. And that's how they made their neighbors feel jealous, because they were getting the Long Island Press. We didn't get it. But every year the Long Island Press runs what would you call it? I guess you call it a contest. A contest called the Best of Long Island. And what happens in this contest online is that they have all sorts of categories. They have arts and entertainment. They have building contractors. They have restaurants. They have all kinds of things. And what happens is that people vote as to which one is the best in that category. And there are subcategories in there, right? So let's say you had the best, you had a bagel store, right? And you were nominated the best bagel store on Long Island. You would be able to put a large poster in your window that says, I am the best of 2014 bagel store. We're the best. According to the Long Island Press. Okay. Which again, you're saying, I didn't know there was another newspaper. I thought it was only Newsday. No, there is a Long Island Press. There is one. So interestingly enough, there is a category in the arts and entertainment section called Best Comedians from Long Island. Best comedians from Long Island. And I happen to have the list right here of who was nominated. And
okay,
I know Bob. I'm going to break it to you right now. There are 2 comedians which everyone watching is going to be very surprised to find out are not on this list. Are you ready?
Really?
Yes.
Willie Sacco,
George Gallo. They're not on the list. No. You know who's on the list? Me and him.
Me? I'm not on?
You're not on. Look. You could say, hey, well, Rob, we understand. You're adorable. but not that funny. But Bob, not being a comedian from Long Island, not being in the consideration there, there's something wrong.
I can think of many of them. Rob Bartlett.
Oh, wait. Stop.
Stay with me.
I'm going to explain this. The reason is, you know what the reason these two guys are not on? Because these two guys are not go-getters. It's not, in this business, it's not just being funny, okay? You can be funny all day long. You got to be a go-getter. You got to go out there. You know what? We need to get that grind. You know, you got one of those grinder machines in your shop at home, your tools.
Yeah.
You can grind. You got to take your elbow and go sharpen it up, sharpen your elbow up, because you got to be able. Like, watch.
Ow.
Get out. See, now I'm in. Look,
Now you really.
Bob who? Yeah. See.
You know who was a real go-getter back when
Back in the
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie from Comac,
Yeah.
the girl from
Yes.
Comac.
She's still working, I think.
Yeah, I heard.
I
heard she had.
What she would do is she would remember your birthday party if you were famous.
Oh,
She wouldn't if you were.
is that why she hasn't come to any of mine lately?
No, because you're not famous. If you were famous, she would know your birthday and she would text you.
I'm telling
and send
you.
you flowers and a cake.
I used to go to the wine and cheese place on Lockfield Road, and Rosie would be there. And boy, you had to get there before Rosie, really, because all the cheese would be gone. Look quick. I did a fat joke. She's not fat anymore. She had the operation.
Oh, she did?
She had the operation. She looks beautiful.
So we have to do self-promotion.
Self-promotion, right, yeah.
I'm thinking we should hire somebody with one of those signs that spins the sign.
Spinning sign, like the gold stores?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like Rob Chaffee on one side and Bob
Bob,
on the other.
right out here.
Yeah. Just,
Right,
comedians.
that'll get us arrested. Yeah. That would be promotion. We get arrested, and we'll probably be on Long Island Press. So anyway, I wanted to go, since Bob has not been, Bob's been away. Bob's been, he's been doing shows, and you can learn about this in Wikipedia. He's been doing shows in Missouri, Tennessee. This guy used to be. He was Long Island comedy. This is it. He owned He owned Long Island. There was nobody. It was like Don. He was Bob Nelson, Don Corleone of comedy.
I used to be famous.
He used to be. The other day we were at the diner. We're trying to convince some guy that he's famous, and he wouldn't believe us. We showed him. We actually took out a portable DVD and played the entire version of Brain Donors for him. He watched the whole thing. He wouldn't believe Bob's famous.
And he said that you could. It's amazing what you could do with technology these days.
With the
So
Photoshop.
he said that what we did was we
We
inserted ourselves into the movie.
I'm not in the movie.
Wow.
I'm in Airplane.
Could have been.
I'm in another Zucker brother. I'm in Airplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What were you in the airplane?
I'm sitting in back, but you know the guy who does the jive thing. Remember that bit where he's talking jive and the old lady talks jive to him, black guy?
Yeah.
I'm right behind him. I am. That's how they introduce it.
I never really noticed that.
Nobody really.
It's
You don't
really
really.
hard to see because
But I
the
use
seat
it.
was there.
But I use it as a credit. And people, when they bring
Could
me
they
up,
see you on film, or you were just
people,
sitting
if
there?
you look real, years ago,
I think you can see a part of your shoulder.
you would miss me. But today you have the DVD where you can pause it. If you pause it, you can see me. Just this, my shoulder, really, and like a little of my head. It's me.
You were trying to get your head in
I
there.
was in the Zucker Brothers movie Airplane, classic movie. But most people think that it's probably the
Where
top
did they
10
shoot
funny.
that?
In Canada,
I don't think so.
to Toronto. That's what I remember. It's a long time ago.
No, I did.
Me too.
The movie This Is My Life that I was in.
Yeah,
they shot that
with Julie Kavner, who's Marge Simpson.
Nora Ephron's first film. They shot that in Toronto, which
See?
it's Canada, and that's like a whole other country over there.
It is.
Different.
I went to Quebec. You ever go to Quebec? It's a French-speaking country. It's part of Canada, but they only speak French there. But they don't only speak French there. They only speak French to you if they know you don't speak French. That's what kind of idiots they are. They really like to mess with you. The minute they find out you don't speak French, you're from America, oh, man. I don't know if parlez-vous France on Sunday. You know what? I learned a little bit of French while I was there. You know what I learned in French? Chocolat chaude. Chocolat chaude.
Chocolate chow.
Hot chocolate.
It sounds like
Chocolate chaude.
it sounds like Chinese.
It does. It does. You know what they gave me when I asked for it? Dim sum. They gave me a lot of dim sum. So let's get to the list here of people who are nominated for this show, because we really want you to understand how we feel about this. And the first guy on the list is a guy named Chris Monty. Now we're talking about the best of Long Island comedians from Long Island. I know Chris. Chris from Long Island.
He's
Funny, very funny. Great dresser.
And he's legitimate. He's from Long Island.
He's from Long Island. He is definitely from Long Island. Very funny. And comedian, I think comedian would qualify. He is a professional comedian. He supports himself through his comedy. Okay? For the most part, I think.
Who else?
Chris Roach, tall guy. Really tall guy. No, funny. Funny guy. Very funny guy. He was the Pixel. You know, you weren't here for that. Optimum Online had these series of commercials where all the pixels, red, green, blue, were getting like a drill sergeant was saying, "All right, pixels, get ready. We're going to put the picture on the screen, and we got to get it behind HD, and we got to get the $150 a month from the people for Optimum Online." And he played the green pixel.
Really?
Yeah. You know what a pixel is, though. It's very small.
Aren't they supposed to be
Very small, very tiny.
But he's big.
They're little. They're insignificant pixels. You can't be a pixel by yourself. You need other pixels around you to make pixels. But Chris Roach was a pixel, very funny guy. Also a working comedian. You can see him all over the place. The next one is Elena Ferrigno. And you're saying to yourself, wow. Especially if you're a comic who's now watching this because you know we're talking about other comics and someone's tipped you off and we're talking about other comedians, right? Elena Ferrigno. I'm not quite sure. I never heard of her before. She's probably quite funny. I went to her Facebook page. I'm not friends with her. Now, I have 4,952 friends, Bob, on my Facebook.
How many?
4,952.
Wow, you're getting up there.
I mean, I have like famous comedians, all levels of comedians. Comedians I'll never meet, I've never met, never meet. I'd love to get on the show. Kevin Meaney's one of my friends on Facebook. Great comedian. Tim Meadows, a great guy. I love. He puts pictures of his kids up. He's a great guy. Elena, and every Long Island comedian is friends with me. They know. I mean, it just happens because we got a community here. Not friends with Elena. I go to Elena's page. I try to find. Let's check her out. Maybe she's new and hot, and I haven't seen. Not one reference to her doing stand-up comedy. You know what was on her page, Bob? And maybe it's the wrong Elena. You remember years ago they had that poster of the cat hanging on the limb. It said, "Hang in there, baby."
Yeah.
It was like pictures of that. That kind of, cat pictures are like cute sayings,
Right.
motivational things. Like 400 of them. And that's it. So,
They don't have any videos of her comedy?
not one.
Headshot?
No. And if you're out there and you know her, you can let us know about Elena. Brain Donors is hysterical, says Anthony Ferrara, our biggest fan. He's our biggest fan. He's actually pushing the DVDs. I don't think you sell that online, but maybe if you come to a live appearance. By the way, Bob and I are available for hire for private parties, engagements. You want to do a fundraiser, and it's not a package deal. Okay, you don't have to hire him at all. You can just have me if you want.
Well, you know, the country club, they still haven't paid Rob. I'm waiting for them to send a check.
The snooty rich people.
Yeah, they
The
paid
people,
me, but they didn't pay him.
the only people, the few people in the whole world who have it to give me aren't giving it to me.
Yeah. I sent them emails. I'm waiting.
You know what? My reward is working with Bob Nelson. And I'm not kidding about that. I know Anthony understands that, how talented this man is. And the world will soon know, too. Okay? We're a couple of sleeping giants here, baby.
That's right.
We've been awoken because we found Ustream. Ustream has awoken us. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Look out, baby, here we come. Next guy is Frank Prince. Frank Prince, very funny guy. Go Getter. Has his own TV show on the Madhouse TV. For years, really not letting anything get in his way. He looks.
Maybe that's why. Have you ever been on his show?
No.
Could be why. I haven't been on his show either. It's probably why they don't know about us on Long Island because we weren't on his show.
Yeah.
Because obviously, he's got cred.
He does. Well, not only does he have a show and he's a comedian, he does an amazing Don Rickles. Amazing. Looks like him. I don't think I've ever seen him do it, but he looks just like him.
He just looks like
he doesn't
say word.
I can see you just sit there and go hockey puck. It's like, yeah, that's Don Rickles. Hockey puck. Great guy. And please, you know what? I know you're all going to get twisted about it. Everyone, because you're all psychos.
Yeah.
Every one of us. Me too. They were talking about me this morning, I'm sure, with his podcast. How do you get Nelson on that show? What do he do? What's he got on Nelson? Where does he keep the pictures?
He doesn't have big stars on like you. Jeanine Pirro and
I don't. Yeah, Jeanine Pirro.
who else were you gonna have?
Mark Maroney was the animal guy.
Yeah.
I was going to have
A famous lady.
Well, before that was the I can't remember this so big, but Isabella Rossellini, who's coming.
Yes.
Who's definitely coming.
Isabella Rossellini.
Isabel, and I can't. I'll tell you, when tomorrow's guest, Bob, you're not going to believe it because you love him, and he loves you. I'm not going to say who it is. Don't shoot.
Okay.
Because of security purposes, we're really not revealing guests till right before the show, because we're in Starbucks. If I told them today, there's a lot of people out there where they just show up, and we don't want that to happen.
Is it Joe Biden?
No.
I would love to have Joe Biden.
Like I was telling you, I would love to meet. I'm sure these people are very impressive in person. You see right through them, but they're very impressive. Isaacson Baker is the next one. Isaacson Baker. They count as one, but they're two. And I can't do anything. Al Isaacs has been around. He's like completely Long Island. Has helped so many comics with the improv. And I saw them last year, and they really brought down the house. They have a great act. And it's the only improv act I don't really kind of get nauseous watching.
They're good. They are good.
They're good. They're great, right? Joe DeVito. You ever meet Joe DeVito? You ever hear of Joe DeVito?
Red Eye a lot, right?
He's on the Red Eye. He's on the Red Eye. He's on Long Island. He's legit. He's legit. When I first met Joe DeVito about 8 or 9 years ago, it was July. You know how many times he had been up already in July? 512. He went to everything, every open mic, every game. He would be on everything. That's the trick.
I think he won once.
He might have won a contest or something.
It was a contest that he won.
Was it American Idol?
I think that I was the
you
host.
were the host, and he won.
I think he won.
Joe DeVito.
Yes.
Very funny guy with the glasses.
Yes.
That's his persona. He's the guy that wears the glasses. Mine, adorable. Him, Joe DeVito glasses. Funny comic from Long Island. Joey Cola. We know Joey. You were in a movie with Joey called Rider P.I. I remember that.
So far, he definitely. I don't know why he doesn't win every year.
You'd think that because he's hysterical.
Yes,
he's hysterical.
If anybody's Long Island, Joey Cole is Long Island.
I was explaining there's a like club comic, the real comics, the ones that really work the clubs and everything. The hierarchy. This is when you were gone. I went to a show where they had Joe Bronzi, who's a good comic.
Yeah.
And then they had Chris Monti, who's a good comic. And then they had Joe Starr, who's a great comic. And the room, they each had to top each other. It was that good. And then there was Joey Cola. Had to come after all those guys.
Yeah.
And destroyed.
And he screamed the loudest.
He was definitely the decibels. I once saw Led Zeppelin in 1978, and I stood next to the speakers, Bob. It wasn't as loud as Joey Cola. I have permanent ear damage, not from Led Zeppelin. Joey Cola. I know.
We're talking Marshall Towers, right? Is that what they call them? Marshall?
Huge. It was a wall. It was literally 4 stories of speakers, and I still could hear after that. Not after seeing Joey. Like the cat, where he does the cat thing, where he screeches at the. You probably don't. That was it.
He's an assault on your funny bone and your
eardrum.
What's the bone in your ear again?
The cochlea.
The cochlea. He's Joey Cola is an assault on your cochlea.
You heard it here, folks. Joey could start using that.
He will snap your cochlea in half.
We'll see that on his website soon enough. All right.
That's a
I'm
small
dead.
bone.
As far as
you know how hard it is to break a small bone like that?
He's got a following. I'm dead. I know. I love
telling
Joey.
you,
Joey, you know what else Joey could do?
He could crack
he can
a champagne glass faster than Ella Fitzgerald.
He can rock a sweatsuit. You ever see him in a sweatsuit? He looks great. He really knows how to wear a sweat. He doesn't wear it on stage, but maybe he used to. But when he's like
he should
hanging out. No, Joey's a great guy. I love Joey.
I'm
Good
not
guy.
saying anything bad. I'm
no,
just saying the truth.
The truth. What did you say, Bob? What?
Just saying the truth.
What?
He's
What?
not.
I can't hear.
Is this where Joey was on this side of you?
Oh my God. Surprised, a little surprised, but you know what? You and I just talked about her recently. Leanne Lord.
Yeah.
Leanne, the lovely Leanne Lord, and I didn't know she was. I thought she was from Queens or Brooklyn or something.
She's open for me. Oh yeah.
But
she was married to
that guy.
the big guy.
Big guy. Funny guy. Funny guy.
Yeah.
Menthos.
Yeah, John.
Menthos?
John Mandrinos.
Mandrinos, that's it.
Yeah.
Is it Mandrinos? That's not John. Is it John?
Yeah, wasn't it John? Jim.
Jim Mandrinos.
See, we know our comics.
I like Jim. Jim's
We
a
were
good guy.
close with the J.
He's got
We're only off by 2 letters.
Yeah.
We got 1 out of 3.
Does it really matter? Is anybody ever going to really remember your name? Come on, get real.
Yeah.
Nobody really.
I don't know if
Bob
he-
Nelson, he's got a Wikipedia. Not me, not you, him.
You can make one though. It's
Can
not
you?
that hard.
Don't you have to be famous?
No. You can make a Wikipedia.
I could?
Yeah.
Will it help my credit score?
Yeah. You could be in a comedy team with somebody who's famous now. If you were.
That's it. I am clinging to you. Believe me. You know what they call me now? Bob Nelson's Barnacle. Barnacle Rob.
And, I'm impressed that you knew the name of that bone in the ear.
The cochlea?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm right. I kind of made it up. But
think
yeah,
you're right,
I think
though.
I am.
I didn't. I was.
You
gonna
know what I
Google it.
realized this weekend, Bob?
You're like a human Google.
You know what? I might not be on the same level of looks, but as far as my intellect goes, I'm Ben Affleck, buddy. I am pretty smart. I am pretty
You're
smart.
a human Google.
Did you see him this weekend? Oh. What a hair! What a head of hair! The guy's beautiful, and you know what? It's stereotypical, but he's a dumb blonde. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
That's as dumb as a rock.
Uh-huh.
And he won the Academy Award for directing a movie. I don't believe he directed it. Now I don't believe it. You don't believe anything in Hollywood. You know, people say, "Oh, I wrote this movie. He wrote this movie." He didn't write the movie.
Yeah.
Other people wrote the movie.
I think. Yeah. He didn't
Right?
build that.
He didn't do that. He paid people to do that. I'm actually thinking about having people write my jokes.
You know,
I need more material.
I've been at the movies, and I did a couple of movies, and
did a
a
couple?
lot of times the cameraman would say, "I wouldn't use that shot, boss. I'd use this one."
And that would be
You know,
it.
and they would put that shot.
That would they would
The
decide.
cameraman would do it all.
It's a collective thing. It takes cooperation to make a film. It's not just 1 or 2 people who want to take the credit.
So Leanne.
So Leanne, I love Leanne. Love Leanne. Very funny. Very put together. Most organized woman. She's got. We were talking about joke books, Bob. You don't have a joke book. Dan doesn't have a joke book. You do it from your heads. This girl has the most organized joke book. It's got tabs. She can look up things like this.
Yeah.
And she's got a joke.
She's got like the. She can look it up.
Yeah.
So if she gets booked for a
bar mitzvah. She's got bar mitzvah jokes.
Do you have any jokes about Larry?
Larry jokes.
She's
got
Larry.
She's got Larry jokes. And she could probably come up with a few on the fly. She's that good.
That's amazing.
And I will say, easy on the eyes, right? Very easy on the eyes. Attractive person. One of these people, my theory is, the more attractive you are, the farther you will go in life. And she, believe me, could go far.
Easy on the eyes. She's not going to break a bone in your eye.
No, not like somebody breaking a bone in your ear, Joey Cola.
And I don't know if there's an eye bone, but if there was,
it's a hairball.
We know who would break an eye bone. Who's on the list? I'll tell you.
Yeah. Next guy is Mark Breyer. Mark Breyer, very funny guy. I've never met him in person, but he did book me once. He does the libraries. There's a group of comedians that do libraries all over Nassau and Suffolk County, and he's the head of that. And they work clean. They have to work clean, Bob. And they're very funny, talented people. I don't think he likes me. He had booked me, and I had legitimate car problem. My radiator blew up, and I couldn't get to the gig. And he said, "Okay, don't worry." And I never heard again. But that's how things go.
That's not.
No, it's things. I feel bad. I tried to get somebody to cover it. No, you don't need to get anybody to cover it. And I was one of 7 people on the show, so it wasn't like
7?
I felt. Yeah, I guess something like that. 6 or 7.
How long is this
We
show?
go about an hour and a half. And most comedians, it's sort of like in the city how they do the showcase shows. One comic. If you go to the Comedy Cellar, you've played the Comedy Cellar. I'm sure you've been there. They do.
Yes.
They only give you 20 minutes. Even if you're a big comic,
Yeah.
Louis C.K. goes down there. They don't give him an hour. They give him 20 minutes. Right?
I'll get that. Boy, that's a loud ring.
I know. I have to because Joey Cola messed up my hearing. So Mark Breyer, very funny. Everyone loves him. Good guy. He doesn't care for me much. The next one is Monica Toller. Monica Toller. Have you ever heard of Monica Toller? I know Monica.
Yeah,
Monica's been around. Monica's been around.
I think I'm friends on Facebook.
Maybe you are. Yeah, lovely lady. I think she curates a museum. I'm not kidding.
Really?
She's a museum curator, and I've known her for quite a while. Know from open mics and done shows with her.
What museum is that?
Something in Huntington. The Paul Revere Museum? Was Paul Revere from Huntington?
I think he just passed away.
That was Paul Revere from Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a museum for them. Although, if you're listening, if you got it on your 8-track right now in the car, you need a museum. You're listening to Paul Revere and the Raiders. Now, Monica's got this great joke. I love this joke. She's got this great joke about accidentally poisoning her family with lemon pledge. And you know what the funniest part about it is? I don't think it was an accident. When you listen to her, you don't think. You say to yourself, "Did you really did that? I don't think it was accidental." Lovely lady, and again, easy on the eyes. Easy on the eyes. Next person is Paul Anthony.
Just talking. Give me a call. I got 2 good comedians.
You got two good comedians. They're Mason guys.
No, that's
Okay,
me.
that's you. Okay, all right. Andy. You're Andy. Look, folks.
One guy's local, and you might know the other guy, Rich Guzzi.
Rich Guzzi.
Rich Guzzi.
Sounds familiar.
Who's the other guy?
Who's the other guy?
He's got a good act. He hypnotizes people.
Oh.
He hypnotizes. He's a comedic hypnotist.
Oh, he's good.
Is he make him?
Oh, he plays all the clubs. He knows Jay Leno.
Oh, knows Jay? All right, cool.
Just give me a call.
All right, Andy, we got your number. Thank you. Andy from the Hard Rock We're on TV right now. We're live. I'm giving you a plug. Hard Rock
you don't have to
Masonry.
do that.
Hard Rock Masonry. You do driveways?
Rock hard.
What's that? Rock hard, hard rock.
Yeah,
It's the hard rock logo. It's the hard rock logo, but it's called rock hard.
I'm retired.
You're retired. All right. Well, that's why you're here at Starbucks. Thank you, Andy. Thank you for
I
coming
used
by.
to meet my brother there, but he's in Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
Okay.
Andy's brother's in Myrtle Beach. Just so you know. Andy, thank you so much, buddy. We'll give you a call. We'll give you a call. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Andy, our guest today, Andy. Thank you, Andy. So where were you?
That was the fastest guest we ever had.
and probably the best one we'll ever have. And after Monica, I hope everyone's getting. This is still recording.
Yeah. Should have been.
You guys should do America's Got Talent. Oh, Sarah Quinn, haha, you guys are great. Have you met Sarah Quinn?
No.
Oh, she is easy on the eyes and amazing with the characters, Bob. You would
Really?
appreciate this because
Oh yeah.
you do the characters.
I do a few.
You do a few, and she does some too.
Really?
And not only does she do impressions, she makes up characters.
Really? Makes them up.
And
Awesome.
she works clean. She's on that show we were talking about before, the church thing. She's
She's on with.
and she does those things. And she doesn't like the dirty. She doesn't like the bad words, which I like about her. Because the young female comedians, they tend to like the bad words. I think that's the only way. Is that fly? We had another guest just now. There's a fly.
I think it was Greg.
It
It was Jeff Goldblum.
It's Jeff.
Jeff Goldblum in character. Jeff
Oh no,
Goldblum.
we're almost out of time. I can't
Tell
believe
me.
it. All right, we're going to go over a little bit
We
here.
got to do a few.
We got to go. We can go
Okay.
to the half hour.
Who's next?
Is
Paul Anthony.
Paul Anthony, our friend Paul Anthony. What can I say about Paul Anthony? He runs the Long Island Comedy Festival, and he does a great job at it. It is probably the premier comedy festival on Long Island.
He books the theaters.
He books all the theaters.
Booked me in the Paramount. And,
The Paramount Theater, big spacious thing. The Paramount Theater.
Cavernous.
That's
a good word.
That's a good word. That's the word I would use. Cavernous. Almost, the only person actually you can hear in that place is Joey Cola. No one else.
He's the only guy you can work without a mic.
Who can work without a mic in the Paramount. It's Joey Cola. Love Paul Anthony. Great. I can't say anything wrong about Paul Anthony. From Long Island too. Legit. Totally legit. Rich Walker. I love Rich Walker.
I think he won last year.
He did. And you know that he was, I think what he was doing was, he bought himself one of those artist tripods, and he had the poster, he put the poster up on the stage before he came out. Said, I won the Long Island, Best of Long Island Comedian winner, Rich Walker. That guy is so freaking, let me tell you something. He intimidates me because he's so funny. Rich Walker. Bob, he's
a self-promoter too.
And he's a go-getter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He's got on his license plate on his car, it says laugh something.
Laugh
Something. He's got a thing. They're business.
He also has a license plate. What are those things that go on there with the outside of it?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
What do you call them?
The frame.
Oh, yeah. He has a license
cochlea.
plate frame, and I saw it. It says, Best Comedian on Long Island, vote for me, Rich Walker. It says it right on the frame.
It does.
Yeah. And it lights up. It blinks.
As a matter of fact, I think he hired a skywriter last year.
And then he gets out of the car.
If you were at the beach, you were at Jones
hands you the
Beach, you
phone.
said vote for
Skywriters.
Skywriter. Vote for Rich Walker, best comedian.
Yeah, with the banner flying behind
Yes,
him.
you did know that.
And he'll get out of the car if you beep and say, what is that? He'll get out and he'll help you vote for him on his phone.
He has an app, I think. I was on a gig. I was on a gig with him last year, and someone died right in the middle of my performance. Someone died. It was at an old folks' home, a senior citizens residence, and I was doing my Indian restaurant bit, which everyone kind of knows because I've been doing it for 12 years. And the guy was like, "Whoa, oh."
Really?
And he just went like this, slumped over, boom. And then, you know what he had? He had a pacemaker. Or, what do they do?
Defibrillator.
A defibrillator. So he was like this for a second, boom. And then he was like, and then he woke up.
it was automatic. It's ingrained in him.
It's in him.
Not
It's in
not
him.
ingrained,
A
was it?
defibrillator. It's implanted. Implanted.
It's ingrained.
It's ingrained.
It's implanted.
It's. I love Richie. Love Rich Walker. And looks, I'll tell you, Rich and I are about the same age. And whenever I go into a club, he gets carded. When we're playing clubs, he goes up to the bar. People actually ask him for his ID. That's how good looking and young he looks.
Who's that?
Walker, Rich
Oh,
Walker.
Rich. Are you serious?
I'm serious. The guy looks absolutely. It's like I think he drinks the blood of younger comedians. That's why he does that. They teach that class, him and Bales, you know,
Oh,
so they can get the blood of the younger
people
comedians.
to that class.
I always tell. We the other night we
'Cause I
told
don't need
somebody.
really good at competition.
No. We did the other night. We actually sent somebody.
You're a wise guy today.
It's-
I'm really sorry.
He's never like this. His wife must be fuming. Is she watching?
Probably.
How does she
She's
feel?
very quiet on
I think
the,
she would confirm that my persona is adorable. She would say that.
Yes.
Rob Chaffee, adorable.
She texts me every 10 minutes saying, apologize to Rob for saying that. Apologize.
No apologies necessary. Cha-ching, cha-ching, baby. Bob Nelson here. All right, we're gonna go. We got 3 more to do, but before that, I need to do another break here for a sponsor.
What?
We got another sponsor. I got to do another sponsor. The holiday season is fast approaching. Why not get a jump on your Christmas shopping by ordering a Bob Nelson DVD? They make the perfect stocking stuffers. You won't laugh any harder in 5 or 6 minutes than you laughed at that guy, Bob Nelson, says Tonight Show host Johnny Carson. Go to bobnelson.com and get your Bob Nelson DVDs today. Cha-ching.
Let's see. I usually do about 10% on
Let's see how many orders. Usually you're getting like 50, 60 orders a day. Let's see how it jumps.
Is
There you go.
10% of 5 is...
Buy Bob's DVDs. Even if you're a comedian, if you're watching this fuming at me because I'm making comments about other comedians, you know what? Buy one of his and learn something.
We're so going over.
That's okay.
I hope that our sponsors don't mind that we're going over on time. We're over a minute and a half. How much money is that going to cost?
I think the clock is ticking. The meter's running.
Are we still? Who do we have left?
Stevie GB is the next guy. Stevie GB, everybody loves Stevie GB, and there's no denying he's a Long Island comic because nobody would get it if anywhere else. They only get it in Long Island. I Slip, Islandia, it's brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
But no, he's great.
And he's an accountant.
He is the world's funniest accountant.
Yeah. So if the comedy thing doesn't work out, he could do your taxes.
He does. He does mine. He does.
he
He
really
does.
for real?
Yes. Yeah. Just so we'll keep it on the down. The IRS might be watching us. Yeah, he does mine. Love Stevie GB. Legit, I should say. The next one is some guy named Tim Saliani. Saliani? I looked him up on Facebook, and I only have one mutual friend who happens to be a friend of an improv guy I know. And we know how much I hate improv. So this guy, Tim Saliani, his picture is kind of menacing. It looks like mine on this profile. He looks angry. He's got a beard, like a hipster beard. You know the young people today, they wear the beards. So I know nothing about him. So I really couldn't say a thing about him other than he looks angry. And the last guy on the list, surprise, is Tom Gilmore. And you're all sitting there going, Tom Gilmore? I love Tom Gilmore.
Wait. He's not from. Is he from the island?
You know, funny you mention that, Bob. No. Tom Gilmore is from Boston. He's from Boston, Massachusetts. Really, really funny comedian. He likes to wear the tuxedo with the bow tie. You know, you do that sometimes.
Yeah, I do that.
The bow tie. But everyone knows you for a lot of other things. I thought he was a ventriloquist at first because they all wear that. Because they got to match the dummy. So most ventriloquists wear tuxedos. Funny guy, but not from Long Island. So completely disqualified. So
He's infiltrating the Long Island comedy scene.
this would be like me trying to be the world's funniest female comedian. Although there are reasons, I mean, I can make a case for that. Good.
All you need is a
Because
wig.
I'm adorable. So anyway, so those are the nominees. You can go to Best of. And, I was telling Bob, this is not a political show. And we're not going to get into politics. But it is a show about comedy. And comedy is full of politics. Full of it. So, that said, what we'd like to do here is offer all of these comedians, every single one of you, an opportunity to make your case to our viewers, to vote for you as the best of Long Island comedians from Long Island.
That's right. Now, we don't have a lot of viewers, but when we tape it, Rob does some
Oh,
kind
we
of
get,
editing
like,
thing.
oh yeah, we
And then
get, look,
it goes into like a, what do you call it?
just be honest with yourself. I'm giving you an opportunity to be on TV. You don't care if there's nobody. We'll tape it, and you'll have a tape. No, that's not true. We're getting more viewers because we want Jiffy. When I make that announcement, a lot of people are going to they love Jiffy. They're going to watch, and we want you to make your case. You come here for 5 minutes. We'll give you 5 minutes, and you make an appeal, like I do here, to the people to vote for you. Maybe tell a joke. Maybe tell one joke. Maybe we can all say. Maybe what we can do is have you all tell the same joke, and see who does it best. And I'll pick the joke. I don't think that'll work. The other idea was years ago. You know Bruce Baum? You ever
Yes.
meet Bruce Baum? He looked like David Crosby.
Yeah.
He used to be on the show called Make Me Laugh. He was Baby Man. Remember that?
Yeah.
He would come out in the diaper.
I remember him.
I think
He had
each
those
one of
eyes.
you-
He used to sell his little eyeballs.
Did
Was
he?
that Vic Dunlap?
Oh, I don't know. I know Bruce Baum. You know why I know Bruce Baum? He's my friend on Facebook. Yes.
Have you had a conversation with him?
No, I know that he's got a big thing going on about a book that Seinfeld helped someone write that he also wrote, but he didn't get any credit for. Imagine that happening. In show business, where everybody gets along and everyone loves each other, people screwing each other over. Anyway, what I'd like to do is that. Maybe we could do this. We'll pull a random person who's sitting here at Starbucks onto the show, and we'll give you 5 minutes to make them laugh. And whoever makes them laugh the most, we will give you our endorsement. Comedians writing jokes at Starbucks will endorse you for best of Long Island comedians from
have
Long
our
Island.
endorsement.
You'll have our endorsement. We'll even make a little promo. Please vote for whoever you are, so and so.
How much time do we have? When is the contest?
It ends in December at some point, the week before Christmas. And we can schedule, there are 15 people on this list, 16 if you count Isaac and Baker as 2 people. Most people don't. We have 15 slots available. We may be doing it from Bob's Shed. It might not be here. We do it from. But we'd love to have you on the show and make your case. I'm going to... So Chris Monty, Chris Roach, Alina Ferrigno, Frank Prince, Isaacson Baker, Joe DeVito, Joey Cola, Leanne Lord, Mark Breyer, Monica Toller, Paul Anthony, Rich Walker, Stevie GB, Tim Salini, and Tom Gilmore. Contact us. We want to have you on. Who do you think is going to contact us first?
Rich Walker.
Because he's a go-getter.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be Rich.
He's not. He probably doesn't even know we have this show.
He doesn't.
It's better he doesn't know.
He doesn't. He's got a competitive advantage already. He won it. I think Stevie GB won it too. You know Carrie Carabas? Remember Carrie Carabas?
Yes.
They based Carrie Carabas. Carrie Carabas is Carrie on King of Queens. You know that show? They based it on her.
The King of Queens is based on her?
Carrie, the wife, is based on her. Yes. Watch the show. You know Carrie Kravitz. Watch the show. It's Carrie Kravitz. She won second place. They don't do second, third place now. It's only one place. But I went with her to the big ceremony, and Burt Young was there. You know what Burt Young is? Burt Young was the guy in Rocky who played Paulie.
Yes.
And Willie came with us too, and Willie had it. Willie took his picture with Burt Young. It was like he was in heaven. It was like he could die now.
Because Willie does...
Willie's Rocky. Well, Willie is Rocky.
He is Rocky.
He is Rocky. He is a rags to riches story, except there's no riches. None. It's just rags to rags to rags. Anyway, I love Willie. Love everybody.
Rags to hand-me-downs.
Rags to shredded, tattered rags. He's looking at us now. Here he is.
Oh, boy.
How dare you say that about me? Oh, no, it's my iHeartRadio. We got to get on iHeartRadio.
Do a simulcast.
Simulcast, we should be on the iHeartRadio. Mulrooney's on the iHeartRadio. He's going through the roof with ratings.
Really?
Kidding me? They had Jackie on this morning, Jackie Martin.
Wow.
We didn't get Jackie. We almost had Jeanine Pirro. I mean, we probably could get Jackie if we called him.
If he's headed this way.
Oh, well, he drove all the way out there. I'm sure.
Yeah, but I think he must be working there.
I'm sure. Well, we can get him a spot at Starbucks. Well, we're proud to announce our new mic here at Starbucks. Yeah. Who books that? Me and him. That's right. No. Anyway, we're way over. I want to just thank everybody for sticking in there with us. Sarah, you'd be even more adorable, Rob. How? Sarah says you'd be even more adorable.
Then
who? Who's adorable?
We were talking about... What were we talking about?
Puppies?
No, we were talking about... You said I'm adorable.
That's my persona.
Yeah, but we were talking about something.
Oh, we were. We were talking about somebody's persona.
Oh, if you were the woman, when you said you could be a female comic.
Oh, right. That's right. I'd be even more adorable. That's true. Because I'm adorable. I want to thank our listeners, viewers, watchers, Sarah, Anthony. Anthony's becoming our number one fan.
Yeah, she said
you could start a fan page for us if you want, and we'll. Although we are going to start a fan page, I think our agent said we need to start a fan page. I don't know how to do that. I got to figure it out. And Trish, of course, Mrs. Nelson. Thanks so much for being part of the show and keeping your husband on point. It's really important.
She didn't text me today.
Really?
I'm worried.
Oh. Maybe she's busy. She's on here. She was on here before, I think.
No, I don't think so. That was
no?
from the last time.
Oh, it was from last time. Okay. I want to thank my guest, Andy from Rock Hard Masonry. Andy, I was waiting for him to tell me he had a joke for me. But he actually has comedians. Maybe we'll get him on. The Fly, Jeff Goldblum, was here.
Yes.
And Jeanine Pirro, who couldn't talk her way out of a traffic ticket. Judge Jeanine Pirro.
And your cousin.
My cousin couldn't come. We'll have my cousin back. He wants to be on the show. So we'll do that. We're here every day, Monday through Thursday at 11 o'clock here at Starbucks. If you're interested in being on the show or you'd like to sponsor us, please contact me at robchaffee.com. Bob Nelson, as always, go to bobnelson.com, buy his DVDs, go see him live. You can see his schedule. He's got a lot of big shows coming up all over the country. And that's it. Tell your friends.
And I'm going to put an application in to be a Long Island comic next year for
2016, 15.
15. I'm going to go for 15.
It's our year that year.
If I can get my application in on time.
That'll be down to me and him.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we should.
I have the adorable factor, so you look out.
And I have the snark factor.
The snark.
I'm snarky.
You're snarky.
So it's adorable. So the new show name is Snarky and Adorable. Adorably snarky.
That's a good one. That's actually, we can work that out. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Wait.
Well, what?
You can do your sign off.
Oh, all right. Oh, and by the way, comedians writingjokes.com. That's the new URL. Okay, ready? See ya. See ya. See ya.